Hello there, random smart person on the internet. Homo sapiens are the only hominids alive today. But that was not always the case. The ancient world was home to many diverse species of the genus Homo, including Homo habilis, Homo rudolfensis, Homo erectus, Homo heidelbergensis, Homo naledi, Homo floresiensis, Homo neanderthalensis, Homo sapiens, and one group that has not been given an official Homo species name, the Denisovans. Now, not all of these genuses lived at the same time, and some may not have even interacted with each other. However, in a paper published in August 2022, the remains of a unique individual was found, the offspring of a Neanderthal mother and a Denisovan father. A female who died 90,000 years ago, nicknamed Denny, was discovered to be half Neanderthal and half Denisovan. Her genome was analyzed from a bone discovered in the Denisova Cave in Russia. We have known for a while that closely related Homo species must have interbred because non-African humans' genome is 1.5 to 2.1% Neanderthal. But this is the first time paleontologists found the direct offspring of two unique species. Before this finding, the most recent interbreeding evidence was from the DNA of a Homo sapien who lived 40,000 years ago that had a Neanderthal ancestor within 4 to 6 generations. The team first discovered Denny's remains years ago and only realized what they found when they began looking for human proteins in the collection of more than 2,000 unique bone fragments. Denny was discovered to have lived more than 50,000 years ago based on radiocarbon dating. Scientists sequenced the sex chromosomes and determined that the fragment came from a female individual. Then they looked at the thickness of the bone and was determined that she was around 13 years old. With Denny's DNA being equal parts Neanderthal and Denisovan, there were two possibilities for her. Either one of her parents was a Neanderthal and the other was a Denisovan, or both of her parents could have belonged to a population of Neanderthal-Denisovan hybrids. To work out which one of these options was more likely, the researchers determined sites in the genome where Neanderthal and Denisovan genetics differ. At each of these locations, they compared fragments of Denny's DNA to the genome of two ancient hominids. In more than 40% of the cases, one of the DNA fragments matched the Neanderthal genome, where the other matched that of a Denisovan, suggesting that she acquired one set of chromosomes from a Neanderthal and the other from a Denisovan. This made it clear that Denny was a direct offspring of two distinct humans and not a Neanderthal-Denisovan hybrid species. Sexual encounter between Neanderthals and Denisovans might have been common, just like the encounters of Neanderthals and Homo sapiens. But if they were so common, why did the two species populations remain distinct on a genetic level for hundreds of thousands of years? One possibility is that Neanderthal-Denisovan offspring could have been infertile, preventing the two species from merging. The encounter rate of Neanderthals and Denisovans were probably rare. Most Neanderthal remains are found in Europe and Western Asia, while Denisovans have only been discovered in a Siberian cave. It is possible that most Neanderthals that lived in Western Russia and Kazakhstan would have never met the Denisovans in their lifetime. However, with that being said, when Denny's DNA was studied, it was determined that her mother was more closely related to Neanderthals found in Croatia, thousands of miles away, than Neanderthals found inside the same cave. This means one of two possibilities: that Denny's mother's ancestors traveled from Europe to the Denisova Cave to ultimately mate with a Denisovan and give birth to Denny, or two, after Denny was born, her mother and relatives left the Denisova Cave and traveled to Croatia. Either way, the Neanderthal relatives did not stay in one place for thousands of years. Does this mean that Denny is a newly discovered species of hominin? Leave a comment down below on what you think it would have been like to live tens of thousands of years ago and encounter a different species of human. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Whatever you think the encounter would have been like, always remember, have fun with STEM.